Ciao, sono Anna e questo è My Italian Circle. Gondolieri sub a Venezia. Raccolti 15 quintali di rifiuti. Did you understand? This is one of our headlines for today. I will help you make sense of 2 new stories in Italian and you will learn many interesting words. After watching the video, leave a comment below and tell me your favorite new word. Ready? Don't change the channel. Non cambiare canale. Our first headline from ANSA, the National News Agency, tells a story from Bologna, my hometown. Let's read it and translate it together.
Vive in aeroporto da mesi a Bologna. Il comune lo prende in carico.
Vive in aeroporto da mesi a Bologna. Il comune lo prende in carico. Man lives in the airport for months in Bologna. The city administration takes him in. Ha 83 anni. Da luglio non poteva più pagarsi un affitto. He is 83 years old. Since July he could no longer pay rent. Our keywords here are prendere in carico, to take in, to take care of someone, and a word we already encountered in previous episodes, affitto, rent. Negli ultimi anni Arnaldo con la pensione sociale non era più riuscito a permettersi un appartamento. In recent years, Arnaldo had been unable to afford a flat on his social pension. Così ha scelto di cercare rifugio in aeroporto a Bologna. So, he chose to seek shelter at the airport in Bologna. Ci viveva da luglio scorso. He had been living there since last July. E ormai era diventato di famiglia per i lavoratori dello scalo. And had by now become family for the airport workers. Ora il comune lo ha preso in carico. Now the city administration is paying for him. La pensione sociale, the social pension, is very low in Italy and does not allow a decent living. This is a huge problem for a lot of elderly people. Arnaldo could no longer afford to pay rent. Permettersi is to afford. It's a reflexive verb, which literally means to allow oneself. For example, I can say, non posso permettermi un viaggio così costoso. I can't afford such an expensive trip. So, Arnaldo moved to the airport in Bologna, which became his scelta, il suo rifugio. Scalo here is another word for airport. It literally means stopover. I lavoratori dello scalo are the airport workers who treated Arnaldo as a family member. Era diventato di famiglia. Quando il comune è venuto a sapere di questa situazione, è intervenuto per aiutare Arnaldo. When the city administration learned of this situation, it stepped in to help Arnaldo. È intervenuto is the passato prossimo of intervenire. It has intervened. Was it all clear? Now, vero o falso? Test your comprehension and tell me if the following statements are true or false. Arnaldo è un ricco signore di Bologna. Falso. Arnaldo riceve la pensione sociale e non può permettersi una casa. I lavoratori dell'aeroporto sono stati gentili con Arnaldo. Vero! I lavoratori dello scalo hanno trattato Arnaldo come uno di famiglia. Ora Arnaldo lavora all'aeroporto di Bologna. Falso. Arnaldo è un pensionato. L'aeroporto era il suo rifugio. Did you get your answers right? Let me know in the comments. And now we go to Venice. Venice has many problems. We talked about some of them in previous episodes, and one of them is the amount of rubbish that ends up in the canals. Luckily, the gondoliers are always ready to help. Let's read our second headline.
Gondolieri sub nei rii di Venezia, raccolti 15 quintali di rifiuti.
Gondolieri sub nei rii di Venezia, raccolti 15 quintali di rifiuti. Gondoliers dive in Venice canals. 1,500 kilos of rubbish were collected. Si è trattato della penultima immersione della stagione. This was the second to last dive of the season. Let's see our keywords. Sub is short for subacqueo, scuba diver. So these gondoliers are also scuba divers. Ri is the plural form of rio, which is a word used in Venice for canal. It also means stream, brook. Quintale means 100 kilos, about 220 pounds. So 15 quintali is over 3,000 pounds of rubbish. Yikes. Penultimo means second to last, and immersione is a dive, immersion. Let's read what the gondoliers found in the canals. I gondolieri subacquei, che si sono immersi in 2 rii di Venezia, hanno recuperato 15 quintali di rifiuti, stabilendo il record stagionale. The gondolier divers who dived into 2 canals in Venice recovered 1,500 kilos of rubbish, setting a season record. Recuperati dai fondali 3 termosifoni, 2 caldaie, tubi in ferro, 3 grondaie, 2 eliche, 4 telefoni cellulari, 40 pneumatici, migliaia di bottiglie in vetro e una carta d'identità. 3 radiators, 2 boilers, iron pipes, 3 gutters, 2 propellers, 4 mobile phones, 40 tires, thousands of glass bottles and an identity card were recovered from the seabed. With this dive, gondoliers set the season record, il record stagionale, a very unpleasant record. What did people throw in the canals? Termosifoni, radiators, caldaie, water heaters, tubi di ferro, iron pipes, grondaie, roof gutters, eliche, boat propellers, telefoni cellulari, mobile phones, pneumatici, car tires, bottiglie di vetro, glass bottles, una carta di identità, an identity card, which probably fell in the water by accident. So, if you are visiting Venice in the next months, spare a thought for the gondoliers who work hard to make the city cleaner. And that's it for today. If you enjoyed this video, check the entire playlist. There is so much more to help you improve your Italian. And we also have grammar lessons and many interesting listening practice videos. You won't find this kind of videos anywhere else. So, subscribe to this channel and come back next Wednesday for more. Ciao!